It's Saturday today and welcome back to Bifida blog. Like I say, it's the weekend and this will be our fourth weekend up here, and we're not expecting an awful lot to happen with Noah being on the ventilation system and it being the weekend generally. Not usually a lot happens. So we're ploughing on as normal. We're hoping for lots of cuddles. We know that we can get him out even though he's on the ventilation system. I'll be looking forward to getting a proper cuddle with him because I didn't really get one last night. Got to give him his feed but not have a cuddle, so I've really missed having my cuddles from him. So yeah, and obviously with him with the tube then it'd be nice just to have a cuddle, see if I can support him a little bit. I'm just going to go and join the girls downstairs for breakfast and then we'll pop up and see him.
It's funny, it looks really pale when it's over here.
Then they come into the baby.
Nice pretty things on the windows in here.
Yeah.
And they have nice pink light.
That's how we get in.
100. Yeah, so the lights when it's on your red balloon and upside down. It's nickel, yeah. Noah's first outfit.
It was nice seeing Heidi.
Wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you got a special stick round?
Careful please, it's slippery.
It's slippery.
So this morning when I went over to see Noah, the doctor was there and she said, were we aware that they were concerned about the size of his VIs, which is the ventricles in the brain? And I said, well, I knew they'd gone up, but I didn't know that they were really worried about it. So she said that she'd been in touch with the neurosurgeons and that they were going to come over and talk about how best to proceed. Well, anyway, about 5 minutes later, another doctor came in and said that the neurosurgeons had actually phoned late the night before and said that they planned to do surgery on Noah for Sunday, which is tomorrow. He wasn't sure at that stage whether it was a reservoir or a shunt, but that the neurosurgeons would be up to see us at some point today.
That's it.
That's cute.
How about you sing at the song?
Held his head.
Clap your hands together, 1, 2, 3. Put your hands up in your
Anything else? Who built the ark?
My little cute baby brother. Really cute baby. I like Noah.
Good.
He wanted me.
No.
He missed me.
Is he your most favourite person? And are you his most favourite person? Yeah.
He missed me.
Yeah.
He missed his house. How's that? Oh, hello. Oh, look, he's looking at your hair as if saying, I can tug that soon.
I want him to cuddle me.
The neurosurgeon came about 4:45 and said that they wanted to fit a reservoir, which is basically just sort of like a little flap of skin where they can insert a needle, sounds horrible but it's really not that bad, into the brain through like a little tube and drain off some fluid as and when needed. Noah will still need a shunt, but he can't have a shunt at this stage because of the opening on his back. So he's having the reservoir now and a shunt some other time. We're not sure whether that will be in a couple of weeks or later on down the line. But the reservoir will still stay there. That's irreversible, and it will act as a good backup. If the shunt malfunctions, they can still get off fluid if they need to.
So this is Noah the night before his op to put the reservoir onto his head, and he's nice and settled. So I'm just here to do his feed at 11 o'clock, so I get the last one of the day, and from 4 o'clock tomorrow morning he'll be on no feeds, or he'll get his last feed at 4, although it might not be a full feed. So it's been a busy day in terms of what we've learnt about what they're going to do in relation to the fluids, and we'll just see how it goes tomorrow. Hopefully all goes okay. Shouldn't be any major risk, it's fairly low risk, and we hope it will just resolve some of the issues.
Noah's been nice and settled on his high flow, still needing that oxygen to be comfortable at the moment, so they'll review him in the morning in terms of that to check that he's well enough for surgery. I had a call about 6:30, we'd come over for some tea, to say that they did a blood clotting test, which is what they do before surgery to make sure that the blood's clotting okay. Noah's came back abnormal, so they had to give him another vitamin K injection like what they give after birth, and also had to get my permission, or mine and Stuart's permission, for him to have some plasma, which will help his blood to clot. So he'll be tested for that again at 4 o'clock this morning. If it still comes back as abnormal, he won't be able to have the surgery tomorrow, so fingers crossed it all comes back fine. So the surgery is scheduled for 9 o'clock in the morning, unless they get any kind of emergency, so a nice early start for us. Myself, Stuart and Heidi went out for some lunch just at Tesco's, but it was nice. And Heidi got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of cuddles with Noah this afternoon, which she was very happy about. Lots of adorable pictures. Just Noah was wide awake and Heidi was loving being able to actually like hold him, because now he can go on his back, his size, he can go wherever he wants. So yeah, it's been a good day. It's a bit I don't know what the word is, but we weren't expecting him to have this reservoir. No one had mentioned it whilst we were pregnant. But it all sounds okay. The risks are a bit scary, but very minimal. I guess we're just a bit, but he's going to have 2 surgeries now. Have the reservoir and then a shunt at a later date, but needs must, and we're sure it's for the best for Noah. And hopefully he'll soon be on the road to recovery. and then we can get things sorted like his catheterisation and his feeding, and then hopefully we can go home. I cannot wait to go home and have both my children with me all the time, and just to be able to do something simple like take him for a walk in his buggy, you know, even if it's just to Sainsbury's to get some milk or something. I guess that's one of the hardest things about this situation is being away from Heidi during the week. I miss her like crazy. And two, you kind of feel like you're missing out on your baby. You know, those first few weeks are meant to be spent having visitors, and gelling out at home, lots of cuddles, lots of little outings, and, you know, just normal things like that, which you kind of don't get to do so much here. It's all, there's always something to do, but it's not the fun, relaxed, chilled start that you normally get when you have a baby. But hey, it is how it is, and I'm sure we'll more than make up for it when we get home.
Sort of an unexpected day. Not in a million years did I think. I think I said it at the start of this video that I didn't expect much to happen today. And in fact, actually the complete opposite has happened. We've had lots of stuff, and of course we've had the neurosurgeons come round and say they want to operate tomorrow. So we got our lovely consent form here, consenting to all the stuff that could possibly go wrong. But I mean, it's fairly low risk, which is good. And it'll be an early morning tomorrow. He's due to go down at 9, so we've got to get ourselves up and ready. So I'll leave it there tonight because we need a good night's sleep. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.